Did you know some people are genetically predisposed to hate cilantro? Their cilantro taste aversion is genetic, and to them it tastes like soap. Cilantro is one of the world's oldest herbs and is believed to be native to the Mediterranean regions. It was documented in Egyptian records as early as 2500 BC, and the seeds were discovered in Israeli caves that have been dated to be over 8,000 years old. Cilantro is comprised of small leaves attached to long and slender green stems. Cilantro has a sweet, vegetal, and pungent aroma and an earthy, herbaceous, and bright, grassy taste. The leaves often contain peppery, tangy, and citrus-like notes. Cilantro plants also produce edible, light brown seeds known as coriander, which is often confused with the plant itself. Cilantro is a good companion to almost every garden plant. Cilantro's umbrella-shaped flowers are excellent at attracting beneficial insects like ladybugs, hoverflies, parasitic wasps, and lacewings. Cilantro is a good source of vitamin A, K, and C, and other antioxidants that reduce inflammation. The polarizing flavor is due to aldehyde, which is perceived and detected as unique to each individual, creating a wide range of opinions.
All the gardeners in my comments have been so helpful, but look at how tall my cilantro is. So I guess this is all coriander now, according to everybody in my comments. Oh wait, it's like stuff's falling off of it. Oh, there's a lot of bees. You guys talked about that too. So if I understand correctly, I can use these to plant more cilantro for next time and so I don't fuck it up. Just one more follow-up question. If I were to make some guacamole and use this, like, it still smells like cilantro. Will it function or would it be really gross? Like, these leaves look like cilantro and these leaves don't. Anyways, I'm sure this pisses all the gardeners off so much because I didn't know what I was doing here. We just make a lot of food that calls for cilantro, so I was like, why am I buying cilantro every day when I can just grow 10 feet of cilantro? Anyways, thanks for all the comments. I appreciate it. My garden is a mess. Someone asked to see it. No. All the garden.
So summer's here, the temperatures are starting to rise, and you're probably starting to notice that some of your herbs that you planted for their leaves are starting to put on flowers, and they're really not putting on a lot more leaves anymore. This is a really good example. This is cilantro, which is now turning into coriander. Common misconception is that cilantro is a good summer herb, and while it might be in some mild areas, here in Sacramento, where our summers are, I think today it's gonna be like 100 degrees, this just won't grow through summer. It's gonna change its life cycle and to start flowering and going to seed. So with some herbs, you can cut those flowers off, like basil, and you can really keep them producing healthy leaves through summer, but basil is a warm season crop. With cilantro, I can't just cut these flowers off and expect it to put on more leaves. So at this point, I can either take this out or I'll choose to keep it here because the bees and all the pollinators, the butterflies love these flowers, and pretty soon it's gonna put out seeds and that'll give me coriander. So summer's here.
Hi guys, welcome to my garden. I want to show you my giant cilantro. Just to give you perspective, it starts from down here. This is it. And it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. It's up here. It's above my waist. Hi guys, welcome to my garden. I want to show you my giant
The cilantro you just saw are newer cilantro baby plants I put in about a month ago. I am in the backyard collecting cilantro. Harvesting like this and cutting stems will promote more growth. You're not gonna run out of cilantro the first time you cut it. Let me get you a better view. Hold on. This group of cilantro right here is a perfect example of what most of us know cilantro to look like. You see this plant here? I am going to cut here, and all of these new leaf babies in here will continue to grow and give me more cilantro. I can go through like maybe 3 or 4 cycles, life cycles per one plant right now with the way the temperatures are. If I do not harvest and use them, then these will grow tall, bushy, and the stalks will get really thick. Eventually they will go to flower and give me seeds. I will do that with select plants, like randomly let them go to seed so I can have more seeds to keep planting. And I've got a bowl of cilantro leaves. I'm gonna take them in, wash them, run them through the salad spinner, and then I'll put them in a container, and these will be good for a week and a half, 2 weeks if I package them correctly in the fridge.
I planted this cilantro last spring, okay? Last spring. And I planted it over here. And it reseeded over there. But that's not all. I then put all of my dead plants right here. And they reseeded again and grew and survived the whole North Carolina winter right here on the ground. And per usual, it's getting ready to bloom again, and therefore I will have that many more cilantro seeds off the original seeds that I planted. I planted this
cilantro, also known as coriander. If possible, it's best to sow seeds outdoors in a sunny location after all danger of frost is past. Thanks for watching. Let's grow and learn together. Cilantro.
If you're crazy about cilantro like I am, or you know someone that is, it's not too late to plant it if you live in a mild climate. Depending on your zone, the time to plant might be just around the corner. The seeds do not transplant well, and they love this cool rainy weather. Okay, bye! If you're crazy...
So let me explain a little bit why cilantro is a 2-for-1 plant. So when it starts to heat up, and we've been having temperatures in the 80s, the plant will do what we say bolt, and it'll go to seed. But they produce these beautiful little white flowers that the pollinators absolutely love. After the flowers have dried, they begin to produce what we call coriander seeds. Now you can save some of those seeds and you can use them in soups. You can use them in stews. You can also grind them up. But what we do is we save a little bit of coriander, but we also save some of those seeds to plant next fall and start the cilantro plant all over again. So I just want to show you how it looks when it starts to bolt, go to seed. So we're going to let this go through the whole plant cycle so that we can have seeds again to plant when it cools down of cilantro all over again.
Let's set up my Harvest 2.0 from AeroGarden. This is my solution to growing veggies, herbs, and flowers in the winter. Where I live, the weather gets harsh, so
take away your things and go. Can't take back what you said. Oh no. Take away your things and go. Can't take back what you said. Oh no. Take
A, I do grow it fresh. B, as long as weather permits. And C, you want to preserve as much as you can for when you can't grow as much. A, I do grow it fresh. B, as long as weather permits. And C, you want to preserve as much as you can for when you can't grow as much. A, I do grow it fresh. B, as long as weather permits. And C, you want to preserve as much as you can for when you can't grow as much. Okay, so the cilantro is going to go underneath the Brazil in the shade, right about there. So I put it underneath the Brazil where it's shaded. There we go. Okay.
You know that fall is the best time to plant cilantro. I like to save my own seeds, but these were gifted to me by a neighbor friend. I like to make a hole that is about 1 inch deep, and I put 4 or 5 seeds in each hole, and I go about 4 inches apart from that, and I plant another 4 seeds or so, and I make rows just like this. And in a space that is about 18 inches wide, you can grow more cilantro than you're going to be able to consume. Cilantro prefers to grow in the cool weather months, so you can grow it right now in the fall or again in the spring. Cilantro grown in the fall tastes a lot better than the one you grow in the summer because it does not bolt, and the cold actually makes it taste a bit sweeter. Make sure you follow if you want to learn what else you can grow in the fall and winter here in Zone 7A. You know that.
Well, I tried this and my camera kept screwing up, so I just decided to start over. Anyway, I'm transplanting cilantro. The soil got a fungal infection. I don't know if it was damping off. It doesn't seem to be damping off. It could have been several others. There are others. My cilantro is doing pretty good, but I want to transfer it and I don't want that soil to go with me. So I just want to show you. This is the node and it's about, I don't know, finger length above where the soil is on that. And so what I'll do is I'll pull these out of that tray as I go along here, and I will take them to this water I have over here. I'll show you just a sec. And I spin them around in the water. So what I have is these guys in the water over here. I've separated them out. This has got hydrogen peroxide in it. Just a little sprinkle of hydrogen peroxide in the water. Helps kill the fungal infection. And then, again, here's the nodes. You'll see the node. The cilantro's got a pretty good node on them, so you can kind of see. Let me see if I've got another hole in here. Bring this over. There's one. And just going to push it down in there. I have been using my marker because it's just got a good size on it. And I'm just going to push that down to where that node is just above the soil. This way, I hope, I'm killing most of that fungal infection that I had in there. And I'm pricking these. So these will come in pretty strong and pretty heavy. I will be putting a layer of dry soil on these just to help also with that fungal infection. Just wanted to show you though, I've got 3 of them done so far. So if you get a fungal infection but your plants are doing okay and you want to prick them over, use hydrogen peroxide in your water, separate your roots, and just put the plant in. Don't use your soil.